Uluwatu, Bali, Indonesia. Again, this is a presentation of Stafford Surf School, so please subscribe to my channel for more surfing explanation videos. Uluwatu is the most famous of all Balinese surf spots. Located at the southern tip of the Bukatan Peninsula, the spot's name translates as, quote, evil waters in Indonesian. The Balinese people, who are predominantly Hindu, believe the spirits of the sea can be malevolent around these seas. Yet while Uluwatu definitely has its share of the dangers that come with surfing, its sometimes offensively shallow reefs particularly, it still attracts more crowds than anywhere in Bali, most likely due to its rideability factor, easy access, and its almost played-out popularity. Following the release of Albi Falzon's 1972 film, Morning of the Earth, surfers from everywhere, particularly nearby Australia, arrived in Bali to sample Uluwatu's dreamy left-hand magic. Nowadays, the waves certainly don't lack any of the same mystique. More often than not, once you paddle out through the cave heading the break, you'll see it's just like what has been pictured in the magazines for years, a sparkling blue, draining reef point. Besides the waves, the facilities lying atop the cliffs house some of the most surfer-friendly facilities anywhere in the world. It's possible to surf 8 to 10 foot barrels all morning, then cruise up here, get any dings fixed, and enjoy a meal and a full body massage while you watch your buddies pull in deep below. Emerging from the cave at Uluwatu, a surfer gets his first look at the wave's many sections. The peak, Ulu's main section, is a nicely shaped wave at almost any size, thus it's one of the most dependable peaks to charge, and it draws in surfers by the truckload, causing tension in the lineup, particularly in the southern hemisphere winter when better swell conditions bring more people to Bali. The peak breaks very rapidly on bigger swells, and only the fastest surfers, like the local Balinese, have the speed trim required to make the connection to the racetrack section. At its prime, racetracks is a wonderfully round barrel that offers a wall to gain speed on, hence the name. A surfer will need that speed since racetracks soon drops out over extremely shallow reef, offering one of the throatiest barrels in all of Bali. Surfers should watch how far they ride this wave as it gets very shallow very quickly. Reef cuts are likely, but strangely, while racetracks is the best part of Uluwatu, it's probably the least crowded section, as many surfers are lured by the appeal of the peak up the point. Outside Corner is another section of Ulu's, which breaks with world-class shape, size, and power, but shows its fury only on larger swells of 8 feet plus. This wave is fairly rare and extremely challenging. When it's cranking, Outside Corner requires big wave equipment, training, and courage. Temples, on the other hand, lies up the point from the rest of the breaks and offers a less life-threatening thrill on smaller waves. Almost anyone can surf this wave, and at 6 feet, it can be all the challenge some people want in Bali. Whatever peak you choose, though, your first surf at Uluwatu will certainly not be your last. After all, there must be a reason why it's almost always crowded. Probably because it's almost always good.